Hi, Assalamualaikum, and a very good morning, everyone. Today, I would like to explain about credit recovery and how important process in the financial industry. The credit recovery refers to the process of recovering unpaid debt or overdue credit by financial institution or lenders. It occurs when borrowers fail to make payment as agreed in their loan contracts. This situation can negatively affect the institution's financial stability, which is why credit recovery plays a crucial role in managing such risks. The credit recovery process typically starts with reminders of notification sent to the borrower to inform them of missed payments. If the borrower still does not respond or settle the debt, the institution may offer debt restructuring. This means the lender may adjust the payment schedule, extend the loan term, or reduce the monthly installment to make a repayment easier for the borrower. In some cases, when negotiation fails, the lender may proceed with legal action to recover the outstanding amount. This might include taking the case to court or working with the third-party debt collection agency. The main objective of credit recovery is to minimize financial losses and ensure that the institution cash flow remains stable. At the same time, it also provide an opportunity for borrowers to restore their financial credibility and avoid further complications such as legal penalties or the damaged credit score.
So hello everyone, my name is Veshan Kasalasam, mentioned name is Roman D. I B2 to F206. Today I will be presenting about the type of warning signals like including the customers maybe like handling the toward financial refund. So the first and most direct warning signal is payment delinquency. It means this case of customers like missing their three conveniency like monthly payment on its Islamic credit card. It means this is the include not just the one the problem but the pattern of the financial definitely. So payments that delinquencies is an effect to the customer's credit score, and it is also one of the strongly predict to the credit default. So bank typically clarify account with over 90 days past few dues or non-performing loans, which is that bank can be triggered to incident recover like process lah. So the second point is like job loss. Job loss is means like the customers recently lost his job, so due the economy downturn in manufacturing sectors. So after the working for the some company for more than 10 years, this is even like critical becomes the recover is the primary sources income like customers. So within income, the ability to repay to loans like a credit or credit card or debit is highly compresses. For the bank, it is like a major risk factor should be prone to immediately risk assessment. And third point is overlines of the credit facility. It means customers they increasingly use credit card to fund daily life expenses, including the grocery bills or possible rents. So this behavior like a signals cash flow like an invoice when the person does not have to like enough the equity cash to meet everyday like expensive to remain the debit service lah. So it means outstanding balance or interest charge making to repay like a harder. So next. So the fourth warning signal is rising debit level. It means the customer's credit card like balance has increased significantly, like the due sum contributes storage within any meaningful repayment. So this behavior have to often like poor financial discipline and distribution. So for the bank, this is the signal to review the customer's credit limits and profits possibility to suspend further storage to prevent the situation from the executions. And the other of the overlooked things is like emotional and behavior signals. It means in case the customers had to reach out of the banks or expressing exacting or desperate to discuss a repayment plans. While this is the main to see the scene like a possible positive steps to like a tone encourage of the communications, educate the emotional distress distress and financial panics, and customers who are stressed and excited of the actually defunds, even they if not to need to the because they fear or because the fear uncertainty or pressure can be decisions making. So last point is we must constitute to the external economic conditions. It means in case the customer's loss of the job due to economy downturn, the manufacturing factor, this is highlighted to border to issue like a macro level risks or such as economy rising like inflations for sector complex like that. So the bank must be the already to monitor the introduced trend to provide the activity like a credit risk in the such an environment, this environment. So those are the type of the warning signals.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nordadila Emiza binti Asbullah. My metric number is 01DIB22F2016. So next, I will continue about step of credit recovery process. The first one is understanding your credit report. You must get your report from all three major credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. Then you must review and identify the issue. Look for any inquiries, error, or negative marks that may be impacting your credit score. Second is addressing specific issue. If you find error or inquiries on your credit report, dispute them with the relevant credit bureaus and the credit card company. Handle collection and late payments will address any outstanding debts or collection that may be negatively affecting your credit. Third is building a positive credit history. Use credit card as by pay your credit card bills on time and in full to avoid late payment and high interest charge. Maintain low credit utilization. Keep your credit card balance below 30% of your available card to improve your credit score. Fourth is credit repair service. Consider professional help. If you are struggling to handle the credit repair process yourself, you may want to consider hiring a credit repair service. And lastly is monitor your credit report. Regularly check your credit report. Keep an eye on your credit report to ensure that any issue you have addressed have been resolved and that your credit score is improving.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nohariani binti Havia. My metric card numbers is 01DIB22F2027. Okay, I will explain about the legal action that's suitable on the case. First is a debt restructuring of rescheduling. In Islamic banking, the first step is always to try and assist the customer before taking legal action. If the customer is facing financial hardship, the bank can offer to restructure or reschedule the debt. This means changing the payment terms like extending the repayment period or adjusting the installment amount to make it easier for the customer to pay. This is aligned with the Sharia principle of insan and avoiding gharar. Islam banks are not allowed to charge interest, so instead they may receive the profit margin terms under the original contract, keeping it fair for both parties. Next is about issues of legal notice. If the customer does not respond or continue to miss payment, the next step is to send a formal legal notice. As we know, as a letter of demand, this is writing document issued by the bank's legal department informing the customer that they own money and must settle the outstanding amount with a specific time. Usually 40 to 21 days is also confirm the customer of the potential legal consequence if they fail to pay, such as court session or bankruptcy proceeding. Although this step is legal in nature, it still gives the customer one last chance to resolve the issues without court involvement. Third is about court proceeding. If the customer still does not make any payment after the legal notice, the bank can file a civil suit in court. This means the bank takes legal action to recover the unpaid debt depending on the amount. The case can be filed in the Sessions Court of the High Court. If the court finds the customer liable, a judgment will be issued against them, allowing the bank to proceed with enforcement action like seizing asset or salary deduction. Next is a bankruptcy proceeding. If the outstanding debt is more than Rm1,100 and the customer still does not settle it after a court judgment, the bank can apply to declare the customer bankrupt. This is done under the Insolvency Act 1967. When a person is declared bankrupt, their financial activities become restricted. They can travel overseas freely, get loans, or ever run a business. This is usually the last resort and only used when all the options have failed. Next, the garnishing proceeding. After getting a court judgment, the bank may apply for a garnishing order. This allows the bank to recover money directly from the customer bank's account or from someone who owes the customer money, like an employer. This court must approve this order, and it helps the bank collect the debt without waiting for volunteer payments. Next step is right of seizure and sale. Bank can also apply for a right of seizure and sale, which allows them to seize of customer movable asset such as car or electronic and auction them of the recovery the debt. This also requires court approval. It is one of the strongest enforcement action used when a customer has a valuable asset but refuses to pay. The last one, reporting to CCRIS. What is CCRIS? CCRIS is a Central Credit Reference Information System. Then, for the last step, finally, the customer names and default status will be reported to credit reporting agency like CCRIS and CTOS. This damage their credit score, making it very difficult to get any future loans or financial approvals. It acts as a long-term consequence and encourage the customer to settle the debt before their financial reputation is affected. Next, I will pass the presentations to my friends.
My name is Siti Hamidah binti Muhammad Bistaman and my metric number is 01DIB22F2005. Now, I would like to present several future risk mitigation strategies that HSBC Amanah will focus on to strengthen the credit recovery process and minimize potential loss. Firstly, HSBC Amanah aims to strengthen its credit assessment procedure. This includes enhancing due diligence process and improving credit scoring model to better assess borrower risk. The bank also plans to adopt AI-driven tools to detect early warning signs of financial distress. Secondly, HSBC Amanah is committed to developing a more robust early warning system. Through real-time monitoring tools and regular stress testing, the bank can proactively identify potential credit issues and take timely action to mitigate risk. Thirdly, HSBC Amanah will continue to enhance its legal and compliance frameworks. The bank will periodically review and update legal documentation to ensure enforceability while also reinforcing Sharia compliance structures that align with Islamic finance principles. Lastly, HSBC Amanah plans to increase proactive customer engagement. By offering early payment, restructuring option and financial literacy programs, the bank aims to support customers in managing their obligation effectively and avoid future defaults.
Next, To conclude my presentation, this case shows how important it is for banks to act early when signs of financial trouble appear. The customer had a strong payment history, but due to the job loss and economic challenges, he began missing payment and depending heavily on his credit card. These are clear warning signals that should be not ignored. By taking recovery steps, such as debt restructuring and issuing a legal notice, the bank can begin the process of recovering the amount owed, while also offering support to the customer. It is important to approach the situation with understanding, especially when the customer shows willingness to cooperate. In future, bank can reduce similar risks by improving credit assessment procedures, using early warning system and introducing strong customer engagement program. This balanced approach not only protect the bank financial health but also helps customer recover their rebuild their credit responsibility. Thank you.